Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt, and I just wanted to shoot this real quick. I just finished up my first week of like department orientation, so I'm still on days, or I was this week, and I will be switching over to nights starting this Saturday. But I just wanted to post this up. Kind of just a quick update about how that's been. So it's been fine, you know, basically in the department with our educator, covering the common stuff, touching on the specific equipment, you know, very briefly. Like, we're not doing like in-depth like teaching, because a lot of that is really taught, you know, on the patients in the rooms. So we've been covering just everything, the transport vents. We didn't even really go over the standard vents, since adult ICU is not typically covered by new hires. So maybe that will be in the future as far as like education on the actual vents. But like transport vents, like they have the LTV 1000 and 1200, so we did go over that. They have the Philips V60, the common BiPAP, and also the older common one, the Vision. So we went over those, and the various high flows. This facility uses the Airvo 2, which has a convenient app. So if anyone's curious about how the Airvo 2 works as far as heated high flow nasal cannulas go, just search Airvo 2 in whatever your flavor of app store, and you can download like a little simulator. It even has a little like flow meter that you can like pull out of the side menu and increase or decrease flow, which is how you titrate FiO2 on that particular heated high flow console. And then plain old regular high flow nasal cannula setups where you do sterile water from the wall. So pretty basic stuff. We covered some trach stuff. This facility, we don't actually do the trach care, which, you know, depending on how you feel, that's either awesome or you're whatever about it, I guess. I'm like kind of whatever. I was a little shocked, honestly, that nursing does all the trach care. We do certain chartings on trachs, and honestly, I mean, if someone's looking a little gross on the trach, you wouldn't just leave them looking gross and tell nursing. You would just do it because you're a respiratory therapist, and if you're a good respiratory therapist, you just do it. So we got that going. Otherwise, you know, we did the checkoffs associated with this hospital uses iStats, so we all got like programmed in and checked off on how to use iStats for blood gas analysis. Let's see, and then, you know, computer-based training stuff, some other competency quizzes and things. So we knocked all that stuff out, and all in all, it was a good first week. We did do some Epic training. So, I mean, kind of like a one-day crash course on Epic, so not like the most comprehensive training you'll ever receive. But I mean, at the same time, you will really learn that really in depth as you go. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited about getting started here this weekend on it. The other thing I wanted to touch on in this video was I had posted on Instagram a picture of a bunch of my old guides from school. So those guides are not my property, or intellectual property, I guess, to put it that way. Those particular printouts do belong to me. I did print them. But they were guides used to like facilitate from our PowerPoints when I was a student. So those guides were not mine to share verbatim, but I was planning to use them to kind of do some guided like review videos. Now it's a little sketchy. Like I saw some people were having exams sooner than later, so apologies if I've missed you on that. Just with the work week starting and then basically going into overnight starting the day after tomorrow. Yeah, I just gotta I got other things I had to focus on, so I apologize guys for that. But I do, like I said in one of my last videos, like I don't want to just like, now that I'm not a student, be like, all right, like peace out students, like hope you get lucky, just use my old videos. Like I do want to still try to like come up with things that like might help you guys. I just want to say that I'm not a teacher. I have no experience in the field, so I want to say that I was a good student. I did excel in school, and hopefully those will be some help for you guys while I cover some things such as cardiopulmonary A&P, which is where a lot of those are from, and also my initial basic therapeutics class, where it covers everything from like basic modalities to like tank calculations, and the A&P stuff covers perfusion, diffusion, A&P of the cardiovascular system, A&P of the pulmonary system. I think there is a blood gas one. That one I will be like probably going pretty close to the guide, because the reason I've never done a blood gas review video in the past is because the way I can do them in my head, and I do them right, I really have a hard time teaching people how I think. I can't put that in words, so that's why I've never done that. I did sit down once and try to do a blood gas video, and reviewing it, I realized the way I was saying it was not generating the right answers. Like what I was writing was right, but what I was saying was confusing in review, so I abandoned that. There are other methods, tic-tac-toe, there's stuff like that. Like I don't do stuff like that, so I have a really hard time teaching the way I do blood gas analysis. So just so you guys know, that's why I've never done one. And so I do have a blood gas review sheet, but I will probably be like reading it fairly closely, not trying to put too much spin over exactly what the guide states. But just want to say again, I can't actually share those guides. I cannot email them or post them like that. Number one, because I don't really have the PDFs anymore. Like I might have a handful of those PDFs that I downloaded first semester. Most of them I printed and just like deleted. And the fact that I'm not really interested in scanning them, because some of those are like over 30 pages long, so it'd just be tedious. And there's scribbles and writings and stuff on them. So, but that's why I have those. So I do plan on utilizing those, and hopefully that'll help some people. They may not come in the most timely manner. Again, I apologize to my students. I know it is crunch time, like you guys are already knee deep into your semesters. But just figuring out this new schedule, it's, especially when being overnight, I don't have the luxury of being 3 days in a row for my orientation, because they're trying to work around 6 other people who are going to be orienting at the same time. So with at least 3 of us who are in my didactic class going to be on nights, so they have to kind of work around preceptors' availability to precept that many new hires. So but just kind of an idea of what's to come, I do want to do that. I have those guides out and ready to go. I'll try to piece them together so they kind of make sense, and not teaching like 2 completely like opposite things at once, where you need a bunch of stuff in the middle to put it all together. So anyways guys, so I just wanted to shoot that, and new job so far is going awesome. I've really enjoyed my orientation time, and now the real orientation, my actual preceptorship starts, like I said, Saturday night will be my first overnight shift, and then from then on it's about 6 weeks, but then I'll be on my own, so of course I keep you guys updated on that too. But anyway guys, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.